Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to my channel, The Sewist, where I talk about topics that many people don't want to talk about, but also with the aim of inspiring you to love your life despite the challenges we face. In today's video, I want to concentrate on the question that many people who are thinking of ending their marriage receive, which is, why don't you stay married for the sake of the children? Remember, you have children, so you should, just stick out in this marriage for their sake. I ask you this question: do you think one should stay married for the sake of the children? Personally, I don't think there's a wrong or right answer. I think there's a personal choice that one has to make. It all depends on the relationship you have with your spouse, if that relationship can be saved. If it's a toxic relationship, why would anyone want their children to live in a toxic, negative environment? So it really all depends. If the couple can continue living this life together, some people are married but not married. They sleep in different rooms. They're just living, literally living, not living. They don't interact with each other. There's no conversation, there's no communication, there's no family activities. There's just two people in this house. They say Salaam alaikum, very basic, and everybody has separate lives, yet they live together. And then their children on the side, and they're just watching. So I don't think that is a relationship that children should be witnessing, because guess what? They're going to grow up and they're going to think either two things: that, wow, I really like that relationship, and this is how it's going to be because this is all I've known. And then there's the other part of it is like, no, I really felt disconnected and I don't want to have a relationship like that. Marriage is not like that. But then people seem to think that, yes, we should continue for the sake of the children because of the bad effects of divorce. I understand that, but as well you have to look at the marriage itself. Are the two partners, the husband and wife, are they willing to invest? Are they willing to try and mend their relationship to get it to a point where it is a relationship where their children would dream of having? The parents are together. I don't know how to explain it. It's a mutual agreement. It's understanding. It's respect. It's love. What they see is what they will envision to have in their future. But I in no way personally think that staying married for the sake of the kids is not helping my marriage, nor is it helping my kids. The same reason why I don't think people should have children to save their marriage. Because if your marriage is not okay just by the two of you, no third, fourth, or second member adding to that will make it better. You have to have a strong foundation as a couple, irrelevant of what's happening around. If you do not have that strong foundation, you can't build on it. And you can't think that building on it by having children is going to make this marriage stronger. No, it isn't. The stronger your marriage is by the bond you have with your spouse. Invest in your spouse. Invest your time, your love, your commitment. Through that you can grow, not through your children. And your children should not be affected by the negativity that happens in your marriage. If you cannot be together, then don't be together, because what's the point of wasting your life? Yes, it's a commitment you made to each other in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Again, I am not saying get divorced. I am saying find a solution. But again, if you can't find a solution, if one party is not willing to invest time, commitment, money, whatever it is that they need to fix their marriage, then there's no point in staying married. Again, this is my personal opinion. I do not want any of you to go through a divorce, but I don't want you either to stay in a marriage that's no longer a marriage. And don't let anyone fool you and say stay for the sake of the children, because the children will grow, and then you come and say, yeah, well, I stayed married for you. And they said, why would you do that? Why did you have to stay in this marriage, in this relationship when you were unhappy? And what are you going to do? You spend the rest of your life married to somebody you can't stand, but for the sake of the children. The children are going to grow up, become educated, inshallah, follow their dreams, and you are going to be left in a marriage that's not really a marriage. And then what are you going to do? End it? But then they're grandchildren, so what are you going to do now? Stay for the sake of grandchildren? So it's a vicious cycle, but again, it's a decision you have to make. It's not an easy one. I totally understand. My solution to that is not to seek divorce. My solution is, or my advice would be to speak to your spouse, come to an understanding that something is not working, try and fix whatever it is. Be open in your communication, be honest. It might hurt either to say the truth or to hear the truth. And be willing to move forward and try and save what is left of your marriage, not for the sake of the children, but for your sake, for the sake of both of you, for your commitment, for your time, for your investment, for the rest of your life. At one point in our lives, we decided that we wanted to be with this person that we're with today. So therefore, don't you think they deserve our commitment and our time? I think they do. So I really hope that this video has been helpful to you. Do let me know what you think of this. Do you think couples should stay married for the sake of the children? I'd love to hear your answers below. If you haven't followed me yet, please do subscribe to my channel, like my video, and also follow me on my other social media platforms if you haven't yet. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video, inshallah. Ma salama.